Well, this is a quick update on us trying to get our massive Ram 5500 and our truck camper insured at a reasonable cost. I've made two previous videos on insurance, and we had some suggestions from folks to use a company called FCIS Insurance, who would be able to recategorize our truck and truck camper as a motorhome and save us a ton of money. We ended up chatting with them and getting a policy, and they were able to reduce our amount by $2,000. The bad part is there were a couple of folks that were saying, what does really recategorizing as motorhome mean? And are you able to, like, unturtle is what we call it, is take the truck camper off of the truck and use the truck separately? When we first called about the insurance, we had specifically mentioned that did not seem to be a problem. We also looked at the insurance policy, and there was nothing in the wording that said that we could not use them separately. However, the comments got me a bit concerned, and so I ended up calling FCIS again to just check to make sure we're okay. And or not. FCIS actually took some time to read all of the information and got back to us, and there are some very specific limitations on recategorizing your truck and truck camper combination into a motorhome. The first thing is they really do have to be married together, so they have to be turtled pretty much all the time. Yeah, so there were a few exceptions that you were allowed to unturtle them. The first exception that they will allow is that you can have the truck camper next to the truck in a location, and both of them will still be insured. That is assuming the truck is not moving, it is just right next to the truck camper. At first I couldn't figure out a good situation where that would be used, but that would be, for example, when we visit Gary's parents, we'll have the truck camper off and we'll have the truck parked nearby, but we end up using their car while we're there. That would be a good situation where this exception would work well for us. The other situation that they do allow you to move them separately is if you are going to be taking your truck for servicing. So if you had to go to the dealership or something like that, you can unmarry or unturtle the truck camper and then take that truck in for service and then come back. But that is it. So if you have a truck camper but you're towing another vehicle and that's really how you get around, then this would still really work for you. For our situation, I think we really have both of them married about 80% of the time. Especially when we're going out west, we tend to have them always together, so that works well. Our problem is when we get back into central Illinois and we're visiting with family and doing some activities with some friends. We stay here for a month or two, and we use the truck as a daily driver during that time. And that would not be covered if we kept the original motorhome insurance. So we ended up having to go back to use the commercial truck insurance. They were able to rewrite the commercial policy again through using Progressive, and it was about the same price, but it's still nice to have both of our policies through the same insurance agent. It really didn't save us any money going through them versus going through Progressive commercial directly. But yeah, I wonder if renting a car for 2 months would be worth it and still cost less than the $2,000 difference in insurance. Something I might have to look at later, but right now we ended up going with the commercial insurance. And one thing I completely forgot about that I wanted to touch base on was that original text on our travel trailer, our truck camper policy that had some weird wording that said, oh, they're not going to cover something, and it was very cryptic. So I specifically asked FCIS, what does this really mean? If for some reason we're in an accident and the truck camper itself does some damage or worse, hurts somebody, are we still covered? And the response from FCIS was, yes, you are covered, and mainly because the travel trailer has no wheels. So if you are in a fifth wheel and under this situation, you may not have the same protections that we do as a truck camper. So bottom line, our truck camper is insured if it is on top of our truck that has a commercial truck license. It will be insured if for any accidents or damage because it doesn't have wheels. I was a little disappointed, and I'm sure some of you may also be as well, but I wanted to make sure to follow up and share what I learned. So, sorry. Hopefully I'll be able to get another video out that is a little bit more positive than this one, but until then, I will see you on the next trail. Take care. Goodbye.